Welcome to My FSEdNet. Let's spend the next few minutes looking at the curriculum. Remember that there are two ways in which you can access our sessions, participant guides, and fill-in-the-blank worksheets. First, you can use the search option, which is available on all of our mobile apps for both phones and tablets. Simply click on the search bar and type in one or two words, such as single parent, and press enter. You will find a session on why single parents need to own life insurance. If you type the word social, a number of sessions on understanding Social Security will be displayed. If you have an appointment to meet with two small business partners, you can type in the words buy-sell, and up will come a few sessions. Let's choose Overview of Buy-Sell Agreements. We see that it is 8 minutes and 56 seconds in length. Click on the play button and the video will begin. If you have a weak internet connection, click on the gear icon and you can change it to a standard definition. If it is still slow, press the pause, wait a few moments to allow the streaming to begin, and then press the play button. If you wish to watch this on a full screen, press the expand button in the lower right corner. To close this version, simply click on the button again. Okay, let's pause the session for a moment and take a look at the attachments. Every session on My FSEdNet has a fill-in-the-blank worksheet and participant guide. Also, a number of the sessions also have downloadable educational concept pages explaining additional information on the topic at hand. Do you see the three bars in the upper left corner? Here you will find the second way to access our sessions. Let's click on the bars. Here you will find our course curriculum and help tools. First, you will see what's new. Here you will find the most recently added new and updated sessions. Remember, we are continuously updating and adding new sessions. You will see these new or updated sessions here for about 5 to 6 weeks. Be sure to check back regularly to see what's new. The first discipline is the Cornerstones of Financial Services. Cornerstones focus on basic skills, techniques, and habits which must be understood and developed in order to establish and maintain a clientele, as well as how to build a successful practice. Here we will discuss the various concepts and strategies needed to have a successful growing business in the financial services industry. Of course, one key focus in this discipline is how and where to find and develop relationships with potential clients and prospects. We will discuss different prospecting, networking, and relationship building strategies. No one fails out of our industry because they can't explain reverse split dollar. They fail because they can't consistently get in front of enough qualified prospects. Currently, we have over 160 videos in the Cornerstones alone. Let's look at just a few of the many courses and sessions in Cornerstones. In the 3 B's of marketing, you will learn what marketing really is and how marketing centers around 3 B's: beginning new relationships, building on relationships, and being viewed as a resource. In the 4 levels of a consumer, we explain that when a sale is made, the relationship is just beginning because that consumer is only at the first level, that of a buyer. The second level, that of a customer, is when that consumer thinks about insurance or investments and they think of you. The third level is a client. A client is someone who seeks your advice and counsel. And the 4th level is an advocate. We will explain the importance of these levels and how to move your consumer through each level. Building to Significance, 5 Daily Habits, will focus on planning your work and working your plan. But more importantly, we will provide you with 5 specific daily steps in activity management that will provide a platform for you to take control of your business and not let things fall between the cracks. One of the key problems that both new and veteran agents alike share is not having enough prospects to talk to about life insurance. That is why we have the next 2 courses. In Who Needs Life Insurance, we explain why people at different phases of life need life insurance. We start with why single individuals need to own life insurance. We follow that by why single parents need to own life insurance. And then we look at a number of other situations, including why children should have life insurance, why both married couples with and without children should as well, why empty nesters need it, as well as why retirees need to keep or get coverage. And finally, why parents of special needs children all need to own life insurance. The next series explains why, according to LIMRA, over 41% of new individual life insurance sales each year happen after a life event occurs. This series, called Just Life Course, will explain why recent college graduates need to own life insurance. Also, why 73% of new parents of either natural birth or newly adopted children buy life insurance. We will also look at why those who recently got married, those who recently got a new job, just got divorced, bought a new home, started a new business, received a substantial sum of money, became a widow or widower, or someone close to them just died. Why, after a life event, all these people need life insurance. In our Fundamentals of Prospecting course, we focus on the different ideas, concepts, techniques, and processes in how to build a clientele. This is followed by a session on target marketing. Other sessions include marketing through client events, how to use newsletters to grow a practice, how to make a successful elevator talk, understanding center of influences, understanding time management. We also have courses and series on how to get the most out of your telephone, the importance of first impressions and business etiquette, why, from an agent's point of view, joint work is so important. We will also focus on how to handle objections, a social media series, the importance of goal setting series, how to give an effective presentation or talk series. Mentoring is one of the fastest ways to grow and expand one's practice, and in this series, we will take an important look at the mentor and mentee. Two important courses in Cornerstones are how to understand, communicate with, and to sell the different demographics of today's consumers, as well as the buying habits and patterns between men and women when it comes to financial products and services. You made a sale, now what? This session is all about what the process and steps that you and your client should be doing during the 2 to 6 weeks of underwriting so that they do not lose interest, have second thoughts, or begin to shop elsewhere. Did you know that the average buyer of life insurance buys life insurance 7 times during their lifetime? That's great, but how do you get all of the future cross-selling opportunities as well as coverage on their spouse, children, parents, in-laws, business partners, and so on? It all depends on your client services and follow-up. Did you also realize that the number one complaint about financial professionals in the financial services industry by existing clients is a lack of follow-up? There is so much more to the Cornerstones of Financial Services discipline. The next discipline is the Foundations of Financial Services. This discipline focuses on the product, systems, and programs that today's consumers will either have, want, or need. These may be offered with government programs, their employer, banks, or through insurance companies. The purpose behind the Foundations discipline is to provide a resource of education and knowledge to take the fact-finding process to a whole new level by having the confidence to be able to engage clients and prospects. We all know that today's consumers want to be educated and not sold, but how do we do that? These sessions are taught as if we were discussing and educating today's consumers, which not only actively teaches the concepts, terminology, insights, and strategies, but in such a manner which allows the participant to have the confidence to now discuss and educate their clients and prospects. Again, let's take a brief look at some of the courses and sessions contained in Foundations. This discipline also has over 23 hours and more than 160 individual videos. It begins with the very basics and then gets more in depth on the subject matter. It begins with an overview of the insurance industry. We will look at the history of the insurance industry as well as how insurance companies are organized, such as a stock company or a mutual or fraternal. We will explain their differences. Next, we will look at why it's such a good time to be in the insurance industry with numbers shared by LIMRA. We will then have a few courses on life insurance, starting with understanding the role of life insurance, valuing human life, and protecting against common types of risks. Finally, we look at the core product sold by insurance companies. We will gain great insight into understanding what makes up an insurance policy, its concepts, important provisions, clauses, and riders, as well as the subject matter affecting them. Moving on, we will look at the different types of life insurance: whole life, universal life, and index life. We will then look at a number of courses which are traditionally discussed during a fact-finding session. We do not teach a fact finder, but we educate on the important topics, questions, and insights which both consumer and financial professionals gain during these discussions, such as personal finance, why people save and invest. Next, we will take a deep look into Social Security, primarily focusing in on the retirement benefits, but covering most areas. We will gain great insights into Medicare, its different parts, and the consumer's choices in how to supplement it. We will learn about long-term care, critical illness coverage. Our annuity series is not just about the various kinds of annuities, but focuses heavily on how they are taxed during both the accumulation and payout phases, but also at death, at time of disability, when kids go to college, times of emergency, and so many others. Understanding contract beneficiaries for both life insurance and annuity is an important series, but not only on ensuring that today's consumers understand all the ramifications of not doing it properly, but what could happen if not kept up to date. We will learn about disability income insurance. With today's regulations, it's very important to understand the different types of IRAs, as well as their features, benefits, and limitations. In this series, we will cover the information you will need to work with them. So many rely on their pensions and other qualified retirement plans, but too few understand them, the different types, and how they are regulated, and the rules surrounding them. Both the personal and commercial lines of coverage are important products and concepts to understand, whether or not you sell P&C products. A financial risk to a client's personal and business assets must be understood from this point of view. There are so many more topics in this discipline, but hopefully by now you have a good idea of our subject matter with foundations of financial services. The third discipline is Fundamentals of Financial Services, which focuses on the marketing opportunities. The purpose is to provide a fundamental understanding of these markets and gain the confidence to engage in successful relationships. We have two separate courses on what occurs after death. The first is what happens when someone dies. Here you will gain an understanding of what happens when someone dies, such as the cost of death, funerals, probate, settlement costs, and the main costly delays, as well as how wills and trusts can help, and much more. Then we move into our course on Overview of Estate Tax Planning. This course will allow you to not only recognize opportunities, but to gain the confidence to be able to engage in conversations with clients or their advisors in the informational gathering stages. We will address estate tax history and the laws that currently oversee the federal and state estate and inheritance laws. Finally, we explain a number of the most commonly utilized strategies and concepts in how to reduce or eliminate estate taxes. We also have complete series on some other marketing opportunities, such as Planning for Special Needs Children series, the Financial Impact of Divorce series, College Planning series, not just the basic questions asked on a fact finder, but also all about scholarships, grants, loans, liability, and so much more. Understanding Individual Income Tax series, Planning Strategies for Retirement series, which is focused on pre-retirees ages 50 to 65 as they prepare for their retirement. This is followed by our series on Planning Strategies at Retirement, preparing so retirees won't run out of money and won't be left alone. Also, the Final Stage of Retirement, Planning for Widowhood series. Additionally, we can help you transition into the business market and gain an understanding of the many concepts and strategies needed in order to build relationships with the small business owner. We start with a series on working with business owners where we look at understanding the how and why to work with small businesses. Then we look at the small business demographics in America today, and finally gain an understanding of the different business financial statements, such as a P&L report, balance sheet, as well as the cash flow statement. We will then look at how businesses are organized, such as a sole proprietorship. Here, we will learn how they are taxed, what liabilities the owner has, their advantages, their disadvantages, their challenges, and their opportunity. We will do the same with partnerships, C corporations, S corporations, LLCs, and PAs. Our next series is on the risks that business owners face, such as what happens to the business if the owner or a shareholder dies. Here we will learn about buy-sell agreements, how they are funded, how they are set up, how they can be designed. Any key person insurance coverage can be an extremely important concept for any size business. Here we will learn why. We will complete this series by understanding how a disability of an owner or a key person can have a devastating effect on a business and the additional factors that a business owner needs to take into account when preparing their estate plans. The next course is on understanding executive benefits, which are often referred to as non-qualified retirement benefits. We will discuss what they are, how they can be designed and funded, and why they are so popular. We will look at SERP plans, executive bonus plans, split dollar, and deferred compensation. Fundamentals of Financial Services presents so many opportunities to expand and grow your marketplace with the confidence and understanding on how to do so. Our fourth and newest discipline, Basics of Investing, will help you not only understand the basics of the investing, but you will be able to explain it in easy to understand language. How, you ask? Because that is how you will be taught it. We teach this subject matter as if we were speaking to the consumer. Wholesalers will teach and deliver product information on how their products work and why they are so competitive. And the manager, mentor, or senior representatives will teach how to present and sell security-based programs. But who will teach the fundamentals? Who will teach the concepts, formulas, and techniques to build the understanding of the risks and rewards associated with saving and investing? You will gain knowledge and confidence to clearly explain concepts and ideas to clients and prospects. This discipline has over 100 different sessions. Our first course is on understanding the basics of investing, and here we feature sessions on topics such as how to set investment goals, understanding cost basis, effects of inflation and taxation on investments, the risk an investor faces, understanding indexes, the importance of diversification, differences between simple and compound interest, factors affecting interest rates, and so many more. This is followed by detailed courses on Overview of Mutual Fund Series, Overview of Investment Strategy Series, Overview of Investment Choices Series, Overview of Variable Annuities Series, Overview of Managed Money Series, Overview of Investment Tools and Analysis Series, and yet there is still more. If you have a proprietary video page that contains your company's training sessions and downloadable training and marketing pages, this is where you will find it. Finally, we have Meet My FSEdNet. Here you will find tutorials on the usage of our Learning Center. So there you have it. Spend some time going through the different curriculum and training sessions of these high-impact, step-by-step courses so you can develop confidence through competence in the financial industry. Thanks for watching.